Welcome back to the fourth and final week of this Magic Realm example of play for the captain character. We've had an interesting game, a couple of weeks where not much happened. We managed to loot the horde and get enough money to hire the rogues, the soldiers, without actually having killed any monsters or natives, and then we had a very bloody third week. A lot of action. We took on two of my hostile native groups, the Woodfolk and the Bashkar, and managed to kill them both without losing any of our own troops, and best of all, apart from the notoriety obtained from that, managed to loot out a lot of their gear. We've got half a dozen ponies. We could set up a ranch of our own, and best of all, and most exciting of all for me, I got my hands on a light bow. So this is going to be one of those rare games where the captain's actually going to get to use his aim special advantage, and we're hoping to use that in this coming week because we've landed in Cliff, which happens to be Lost Castle. That was intentional. I knew that Lost Castle or Crag would, that Cliff or Crag would contain the Lost Castle, and we just got lucky. It happened to be Lost Castle. It is lucky because we actually need to get fame. I've got very little fame, and I've only got a week to gain the fame required to win this game. We're doing pretty well in the notoriety stakes from the native kills. But Lost Castle is good because it's a potentially monster dense tile. Lost Castle is, of course, a marker for 5 other chits, sound chits and treasure sites, which can appear. So it does nothing itself, but it's summoned all of these chits, which can potentially summon monsters. A dangerous place, but I've got an army behind me, and I'm riding a pony who's going to help protect me, and I've got a few spares as well, and I have a bow, and I'm feeling like I'm ready for anything. Ready for almost anything, because unfortunately what will appear here is my nemesis, the bats. We have 2 howl sound chits, a raw sound chit, Stink M for the warning counter, lair and statue for the treasure sites. And if we look at the treasure setup card, howl is bats. So there are 2 chits that can summon bats on a monster roll of 6. We've already killed one of them. 2 of them are left behind in deep woods, but 3 will be summoned with a monster roll of 6. And even with my army behind me, we're going to be in danger with those giant bats turning up. Raw is giants. I wouldn't mind meeting giants. They're worth a lot of fame and notoriety, and they come singly, so we can easily take care of one of those. Stink M is more giants, so we're very likely to meet them with Raw and Stink there. Spiders for Stink M as well. For the treasure sites, we have the statue. The Imp is there. He's more annoyance value than anything else. I'm not really interested in his site. It has some spells which would be fantastic for certain spellcasters, but not for me. What I am interested in is the lair, which we're actually sitting right on top of in Cliff 6, and that lair can summon the Tremendous Dragon. Big, dangerous opponent, tremendous and armoured, but I think we can take care of him as well, and he's worth a lot of fame and notoriety. So I'm actually hoping to sit here and let the monsters come to us, which would be a good thing, and hopefully we can pick them off and get enough fame to finish this month with a win. We're sitting on the lair. There's not much else to do, so we might as well loot it out while we're waiting for those monsters to come. Being hidden's not going to help us much. Really, I can get a free attack on monsters if I'm hidden, of course, but it's very likely that I'm going to have to get my soldiers involved in any of combats that occur, and it doesn't make any difference whether they're hidden or not, because as soon as they assign to a monster, that monster will be attacking them. So I think what we're just going to do is stay unhidden and search. So Soldier HQ will search, trying to find the lair. I think I still have a fatigued fight chit from that last encounter, so I'm going to rest that chit, and I'll search 3 times as well. Oh! Monster die roll of 6. Here come the bats. Oh, this is well, I guess we're going to have to face them sooner or later. I think I'm going to lose some natives here. This is the most dangerous outcome we could have had. There's only one disadvantage of having a hired native leader with you. Usually, if you have sound counters in clearings that you're not in, on a day when those monsters are prowling, they will come off the treasure card onto those clearings. So you'll actually see them come there and know that they're there, and but won't be assaulted by them immediately, and you'll have advanced warning that they might come later. Of course, we have two characters essentially finishing a turn, my Soldier HQ, who's performing independently, and me. So when I finish my turn, the bats will be summoned to one of the howl clearings, but they will still be active and prowling because the monster die roll will still be 6, and when Soldier HQ finishes his turn, they'll come across to us. It would almost be as if a warning chit had summoned them straight to our side. So we're going to be facing bats straight away. Being hidden or not hidden, I don't think would have made any difference because I was going to have to assign my soldiers to them anyway, although perhaps I could have had a free attack on one of them. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We were going to have to face them sooner or later. Let's see if I can find this treasure location. Roll of 6 is nothing. Roll of 3. I found this secret passage between cliff 3 and 6. I can't see myself really using it, but there it is. And I found it again on a roll of 2. Soldier HQ. See if he can find that treasure location. 5's nothing. 6 is nothing. 5 is nothing. 2, he's found the passage as well. Oh well. Okay, giant bats. This is probably the most dangerous encounter we could have in this tile. Everyone knows that giant bats are extremely dangerous. The reason is that they're fast and on both attack and defense. These medium 2 attacks will undercut every single one of us. They'll undercut my pony that I'm riding, it would undercut me. They'll undercut any of the maneuver times on all of my soldiers. So these giant bats are destined to hit automatically, even when they change tactics to their medium 3 attack side. Those medium damage they do will kill my ponies. It will damage and destroy my armor. It will wound me, and it would eventually kill me when they finally get through my armor, if they haven't wounded me to death first. It will kill any of my soldiers bar Soldier HQ. So all of these soldiers, and they can all be undercut by the bats. We can't undercut them. Sorry, I lie. The crossbowman on his dark side and my bow, of course, can undercut those bats, but we're subject to the missile table die roll, but that's something in our favour, I guess. Very likely I'm going to lose natives here, because I think we can take all these giant bats, but I think it's going to be very, very bloody. We do have a few things in our favour. We outnumber them, that's one thing. The other is that I've got my ace in the hole here, Soldier HQ. Soldier HQ has heavy vulnerability, and the giant bats can only do medium damage at best. So he's completely invulnerable to the giant bats' attacks. They can beat away at him all they like, nibble at his armour, they're not going to be able to hurt him. So if he lures one of them away, he can only lure one, of course, he can only face one of them, but if he lures one of them away, then we know one bat we don't have to worry about. That bat is out of reckoning. Another bat, if I leave him on my sheet, that would be a good idea. If we leave one bat on my sheet, then he'll be attacking my pony. Now it's almost certain that he would actually kill my pony because he's destined to undercut it, of course, and my pony only has medium vulnerability. But I have half a dozen ponies, so I can actually have a number of rounds where I can let ponies die rather than me, and that's another bat that we don't have to worry about, that we can actually disregard, which is another good thing. So we can concentrate all our efforts on one bat to take him out, and once we're down below 3 bats, once we're down to 2 bats, then we're in a much stronger position. Our other advantage, and it's only a first round advantage that we have, is that our weapon lengths are longer than the bats. So even when the bat undercuts and hits one of us in that first round, if one of us manages to kill that bat, our longer weapon lengths will kill it before it actually takes one of us out. That advantage is only going to be in the first round. So we're going to leave one bat on my sheet. I think this is the best way to do it. We have to remember that the last native deployed against the bat is going to be its target. It's going to have to be my least valuable native, and at the moment, I'm sorry, I wouldn't ever tell him this, but it's Soldier 2 or Soldier 1 are going to be the probably my most expendable native. So let's say this giant bat's going to be the one we're concentrating all our efforts on. Always flip Soldier 3 to his H1 side. 70% chance he'd stay on that side, so we need to do that. Doesn't matter which side we deploy the soldiers against the bat. And poor Soldier 1's going to be its target. Now, it's just looking at my inventory. I have my bow activated. The bow, my light bow, is a great weapon. Of course, it's subject to the missile table. Even with my aim special advantage, we're in a position where I might get serious reduction in the damage I can do. So it's a great weapon, but there are limitations to it. On its alerted side, it's great. That fight time of 1 undercuts everything in the game. So it's really a guaranteed hit. It does light +2 sharpness stars for heavy damage, of course subject to the vagaries of the missile table. And it's got this wonderful long length of 14, so it's almost guaranteed to hit first in the first round of combat, which is very important against these bats. And after that, of course, its fight time of 1 will hit first as well. It's a great weapon. The problem with it is that when it's unalerted, it's rubbish. It's worse than a staff. It's light, no sharpness stars, no fight times. It's terrible. And every time it hits, of course, it becomes unalerted. If I have a bat on my sheet, I'd have to alert it in my encounter step, I'd actually have to play a fight time under the bat's maneuver time, and I can't do that. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time with my bow unalerted and ineffective. However, I do have the gripping dust, and the gripping dust goes with the bow like peaches go with cream. It's just made for it. That gripping dust is a potion, so once I activate it, it will stay active for the day, and it allows my weapon to stay alerted no matter what happens. So I'll constantly be using it on this alerted fight time 1 heavy damage length 14 side, which is just fantastic. I can't see a more dangerous combat that we're going to be facing. The bow is best at taking out light unarmoured opponents because of the reductions it might get on the missile table roll, and the bats fit that bill. There are a lot of them, so we're going to be attacking more than one opponent. I want it to stay alerted for a number of rounds. This is the combat which the gripping dust is needed for. We're in the last week. My opportunities to use it again are going to be limited. I'm not planning to dump it in the punch at the end of month party. The gripping dust is... the time for the gripping dust is now, so let's activate it. And of course it will activate my weapon immediately, which I couldn't do with that bat on my sheet. We won't inactivate anything. Alright. It's a dangerous fight, but I think this is the best and safest way for us to deal with it. Now I have to choose my target. Usually I'd target the denizen who's on my sheet. However, I know I'm invulnerable to the bat on my sheet. He'll probably kill my pony, but I have a whole half dozen of them. I can activate more of them, and hopefully I'll be left with at least one pony by the end of this combat. The critical combat, I'm not worried about the Soldier HQ. He can't be harmed by his bat. That bat's taken out of the equation. The bat we want to kill this round, while we have our longer weapon lengths and we have the advantage, is this giant bat. And once we're down to 2 bats, if we can make sure we eliminate 1 bat, once we're down to 2 bats, then I think my natives are safe. My hired natives are safe. So we're committing all our resources to trying to kill this bat this round, so I'm going to target him. That's my advantage over my hired natives, is that I can actually target denizens who are not on my sheet. Alright, so positioning. We'll spread out our attacks here. Now the bat is very fast. Soldier... Soldier 3 and I can undercut him with our fight times, but it's very possible, of course, that we'll get our damage reduced and won't be able to. It doesn't matter which fight sheet I use. I can't overswing a bow anyway, so we'll undercut him unless Soldier 3 changes sides, but there's a possibility we won't kill him. Otherwise, the other 2, the pikemen, are really forced to intercept him. If any of us intercept him or undercut him with enough killing damage to get him, then our longer weapon lengths, 12, 10, 14-10 will attack. Even though he undercuts Soldier 1, they'll attack and kill before that bat kills Soldier 1. If none of us manage to kill him, Soldier 1's dead. So there's a very nervous looking Soldier 1 there. Soldier HQ can't be harmed by this giant bat. I'll, of course, don't get an attack on my sheet. That giant bat is going to attack me. I've got the pony to protect me. Of course, that bat, as he is, will undercut my pony. I might as well play him on his charging side, because if the bat changes tactics, he'll go to an attack of 3. Only a 30% chance of that happening, but it is a possibility, and that would mean he couldn't undercut my pony. He'd have to intercept him. So that gives my pony a fighting chance. Good. Well, he didn't change tactics. And he killed my pony. Undercut him, killed him. But still, there's more where he came from. Poor pony. Oh, good hit, Soldier HQ. He was only meant to keep that bat occupied and keep him out of harm's way, but he's actually taken care of him himself. Intercepted him. That giant bat undercut him, but it doesn't matter. That great long weapon length, he couldn't have been harmed by him anyway, and that great long great sword has just cleaved the bat in two. This fight didn't go so well, though. Soldier 3 changed tactics. What an idiot. That's very disappointing. So he didn't undercut the bat and didn't intercept him. No, he's really let Soldier 1 down. That's bad news. So he changed tactics to his slow side and didn't hit the bat. I hit the bat, of course, with my fight time of 1, but I got the worst roll I could possibly get. It's a 5 because I get my special advantage of aim, puts it down to 5 with that -1, but that's decreased 2 levels down to light damage, which doesn't harm the bat. Soldier 2 didn't intercept him, Soldier 1 didn't intercept him, and because of that no one got him, and his fast fight time undercut Soldier 1. Maneuver time of 4, did medium damage and killed him. Bats are dangerous. We committed all those resources to take him out, and he still evaded us and killed one of my natives. So you can see how dangerous they are. I'm upset about that. Poor Soldier 1. I'm angry now. That's it. We'll avenge you, Soldier 1. Don't worry about it. You can rest in peace. These bats are dead. I'm confident of that now. We didn't take out that bat we really felt I had to take out on that first turn, but Soldier HQ has stepped up to the mark and taken out his bat, so we are down to 2 bats. And I'm actually confident. I might lose ponies now, but I don't think we're going to lose any of our natives. Why is that? Well, I can lure. Now that we only have 2 bats, I can make sure that they are actually attacking targets that can't be harmed. One of those targets, of course, is Soldier HQ, so I can make sure he's the target of 1 bat. And if I'm the target of the other bat, then only my ponies will die. And I'm sure by the time I run out of ponies, we can have killed these 2 bats. So we will avenge Soldier 1. Okay, to make sure Soldier HQ is the target, I have to deploy him last. So I'll lure that bat off with a very nervous Pikeman Soldier 2, who can't be very happy after what he saw happen to his mate. That other bat will stay on my sheet. I'll deploy Soldier 3. H1 side up, of course, no guarantee he'll stay there. I think he can take some of the blame for poor Soldier 1 dying, and of course last to deploy is Soldier HQ, so he will be that giant bat's target. Important thing I have to do, of course, is activate another pony. I don't suppose it really matters which one. This pony, to be bat fodder. I'm sure the RSPCA would have something to say about this. Anyway, that's what they're there for bat meat. So now I don't have to protect any natives on this here because that Soldier HQ can't be killed. So I can actually turn my attention now to the bat on my sheet, which I'm going to do. So I'll assign to attack him. Might have a chance of saving that pony. So on my sheet, I'll assign an attack. It doesn't really matter where I do it. I've got that attack time of 1, which will undercut the bat. I'm just going to have to hope for a better roll on the missile table. Assign my pony, who will certainly die if I don't kill the bat, because he will definitely be undercut by that bat's fast fight time. Spread out my attacks here. Doesn't really matter where. I'm just hoping that one of them will intercept him or that Soldier 3 will undercut him and actually do his job. I can't complain. He did such an excellent job against the Bashkars, but he really has reverted to form in this battle. Good. Oh, excellent. I undercut the bat and got a fantastic roll on the missile table. A 2, which was only about 10 or 11% chance, but because of my aim, that drops to a 1, so it's increased 2 levels. It's gone light, medium, heavy, tremendous, maximum. That bat is absolutely impaled, straight through his left eye. And of course, my fast fight time beats his fight time. We're on the second round of combat, so all rounds of combat from here, fight times will determine who hits first. My pony survives, got that bat straight through his left eye. This bat survived. Soldier 3 both undercut and intercepted him, but as I say, he's reverted to form. He's decreased 3 levels. His damage has gone down to negligible. Neither Soldier HQ or Soldier 2 intercepted him. Good. All right. Next round of combat. We've got this bat now, and no more harm can be caused here. Because Soldier HQ is invulnerable, and if I make sure he's always the target of this last bat, then he will be we will not get anyone else injured. So Soldier 2 can lure him again, Soldier 1 can deploy on his H1 side, and the last to deploy, of course, Soldier HQ. I don't need to alert my weapon, thanks to the gripping dust. We'll assign, of course, to attack this last bat. This is great. You can just see this in my mind's eye. My favourite movie, my favourite scene from my favourite movie is that last encounter, the last combat in The Seven Samurai, where the leader of the Ronin is standing in the rain with his bow in the middle of the fight and calmly firing arrows into the melee, hitting a target with every shot. That's the captain, standing in the middle, firing into the melee with his alerted bow. Very cinematic. Good. Okay, spread out my attackers. Soldier HQ can't be harmed. We've got this in the bag now. My bow. Now, if I actually hit, if I'm the one who kills the bat, as opposed to my denizens, that will be great, because I've already killed one bat. The next bat will go second in the queue, so if I kill a second target, that will go second in the queue, and I'll get double his fame and notoriety. Any bats my natives kill, of course Soldier HQ killed the first bat, don't go into that queue, so their fame and notoriety is never multiplied. But if I'm actually the one to take out this bat, it would be my personal second kill of the day, and I'd get double his fame and notoriety. And I could do with double his fame. I've actually crossed my notoriety threshold of 40, so I've achieved my notoriety requirements for the game, but we've got a long way to go with fame, so I hope I'm the one who kills him. Bang. Let's see what happened. Okay. Oh, I did get him. No one intercepted him. That wily bat moved out of all of our attack directions, and repositioning rolls on our side meant that he didn't get intercepted, but my time of 1 undercut him. So I hit him. I got a good missile table die roll of 4. That drops to 3, which is no change on the missile table. I did light, medium, heavy damage, enough to take out the bat. So I get double his fame and notoriety. There I got 6 for him. Went up to 15 fame. Fantastic result. So we took out the 3 bats. I think that combat was played as safely as could possibly be. We lost a pony, and unfortunately we lost poor Soldier 1, but that is always on the cards when you're going up against bats. The way it was played, I think we guaranteed minimal losses, and we lost poor Soldier 1. Rest in peace, you'll be remembered. And we got revenge, sweet revenge, not only for Soldier 1, but for all the other times I've come run afoul of bats, as I'm sure everyone else has. So very happy to have taken them out. We've got a bit of extra fame and notoriety for that. Now, 5 days left. We're sitting here in the middle of the cliff. I'm expecting more monsters to be summoned. I'm not particularly worried about who might turn up now. It'll be large individual monsters like the dragon or a giant, and I can lure them off my sheet, which means I can alert my bow in peace in my encounter phase. There's no particular joy in hiding from them, so I'd much rather just loot out this treasure site, or find it at least. That would be a bonus. So I'll search 4 times. Soldier HQ can search 4 times. Monster die roll of 5. I think we might have a spider turning up. Alright, let's see if I can find that treasure location. No, nothing. Nothing. 5, 6, 6. And passages again. God, I couldn't find my own feet, could I? Oh, it doesn't matter. We're not desperate to find the lair. It's really just a monster roll of 5. Did summon a heavy spider to me. That's going to block the soldier HQ, so he's not going to get his search phases. It summoned an imp to the statue. I wonder if he'll prowl across at the end of the captain at soldier HQ's turn. He probably should. We might be facing both the imp and the heavy spider. Just the heavy spider. I would have thought the imp should have prowled across actually when soldier HQ finished his turn. Doesn't matter. Heavy spider's not really the sort of denizen I was desperate to see turning up. It's not worth much fame and notoriety. He's of no danger to us. He's a guaranteed kill for us, but he's not worth much fame and notoriety. And of course he blocked soldier HQ from searching, which I'm a bit disappointed by. Why isn't he a threat to us? Well, on this light side up, he only does light damage, which won't hurt any of us. On his tremendous side up, which looks like a very fearsome attack, he's got a very slow attack time at 6. All of my natives and I can beat that attack time. So if he intercepts, which of course is what he'll have to do, he can't undercut any of my natives with that slow attack time. If he turns to that dangerous side and intercepts, they will have by default intercepted him as well, of course, and their faster attack times and longer weapon lengths will take him out. So he cannot harm us if we play this properly. So I'll lure him with soldier 2. That will allow me to, if he's lured off my sheet, it will allow me to alert my bow without any problems. Deploy soldier 3 to his H1 side, always to his H1 side. Soldier HQ, it doesn't matter which side he deploys. Let's go to that fast, tremendous 4 attack time. In the encounter step, I'll alert my bow. I can use any chit to do that because I don't have a native on my, and denizen on my chart to stop me from doing that. I'll assign to attack the spider, of course. The other problem is that the spiders come in one at a time, and I can't get fame and notoriety multipliers for killing more than one of them in a turn. It doesn't matter which chit I play. I can't use the medium 5 because I've used this turn for doing the alerting. I might as well use my power gauntlets. Excessive, but we didn't get him. Why is that? I undercut him. Soldier 3 changed tactics, but intercepted him. But we both got terrible missile table rolls. Soldier 3 decreased to negligible. I decreased to light. No one else intercepted him. It's okay. He's escaped. He didn't intercept. So he undercut soldier HQ. Maneuver time of 5, but his light damage just bounces off soldier HQ. Completely harmless opponent. Of course, if this happens again for the next round of combat, I don't think it will. It's much easier to kill him than to miss him. But combat will end because nothing will have been fatigued, wounded, or killed. And I don't think it's worth me fatiguing to try and ensure that we take out this spider to continue combat. I don't have to alert my weapon. It stayed alerted because... has it? No, it's unalerted because I actually hit him but didn't do enough damage. So once again, I'll alert the bow. Easy for me to do while that spider is assigned to someone else's sheet, being soldier HQ's. It's on its own sheet. But I can alert away without any interference. Someone has to get him this time. Just playing the same attacks as last time. Got him. Who got him? I decreased 2 levels on my missile table roll. Soldier 3 got him. Fastest fight time, and of course fastest fight time on this second round of combat is what's important in seeing who hits first. So while Soldier 2 intercepted him, Soldier 1 undercut him with a time of 1, so it hit first and he had no change to his missile table roll. Good roll, roll of 3. I of course had hit, but I decreased 2 levels, so I didn't take him out. It doesn't really matter. We've got 3 fame and 3 notoriety for him, which is something, I guess, but I'm still needing more. Alright, searching. Monster die roll of 1. Tremendous dragons turning up. That's good. I'm happy with that. Confident we can take him. All right. Secret passages. Looking for treasure locations. See if we can find the horde while the dragon's actually there, try to stop us. Nothing. 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 Oh, I found it. So it's Soldier HQ. Finally found it. What I'll do is straight away, I'll get him to trade that information to me. So we can do this at before any phase. We can trade information. It's not a phase in itself. We can trade information or equipment. So he's revealed to me the side of the lair that he just found. It took us a long time. I think we were being blocked by monsters, which was the problem. Tremendous dragons turned up. I'm not unhappy with that, but of course he's blocked me from performing my searches. Doesn't matter. Now, the Tremendous Dragon is a fearsome opponent. His great disadvantage is that he is slow, so he's very easy to undercut and kill. He's also, like any tremendous monster, he's got like all of the Tremendous Dragons and the Giant, he's got an extra attack. He's got a head attack. So he's got a 2 in 3 chance of intercepting his target, which is a dangerous thing for his target. And he's tremendous and armoured, which is a problem for anyone with sharpness stars, and my bow of course has sharpness stars, so I'm going to be doing a base of medium damage. I'd have to roll really well to kill the Tremendous Dragon with my bow. I can't kill him with my axe. I can't take out a tremendous armoured monster with my axe because I lose my sharpness star and even overswung. It won't work. My big ace in the hole here, Soldier 3 of course with a good roll could kill him. He doesn't have sharpness stars, so an increased 1 level on his crossbow would kill the Tremendous Dragon. Soldier HQ is my ace in the hole though. He's got this tremendous with 1 sharpness star attack. Even losing that sharpness star, that tremendous damage will take out the Tremendous Dragon, and great swordsmen are fantastic dragon killers, as anyone who's hired the guard will know. My only danger is he undercuts with that fast fight time of 4 because the dragon's so slow, so he should kill it before it hits anybody else. And he's got that. We've also got nice long weapon lengths for this first round of combat, so I'm confident against this dragon. Who should be the target? Well, my least valuable native will be the target, so sorry Soldier 2, you're going to have to take the brunt of the dragon's attack if we don't manage to kill him. So I will lure him with Soldier HQ. This is the important native here, Tremendous 4. I'll deploy the crossbowman next, H1 side up, and deploy the pikeman last. The pikeman cannot harm the Tremendous Flying Dragon. His best attack is heavy with 1 sharpness star. Dragon's armour drops that sharpness star off, but he can distract him and will put him on his fastest manoeuvre time. So his manoeuvre time of 4, because all he's trying to do is evade the dragon. There's a 2 in 3 chance, of course, with the dragon's head attack that he'll actually intercept and kill my pikeman, but I'm hoping we will have killed him first. I'll alert my bow. Dragon's not on my sheet now, so I can do that with ease. And I'll assign to attack him. Very unlikely I'm going to be the one to take him out. It's going to have to be Soldier HQ that we rely on. Now, the key here is that if Soldier HQ doesn't change tactics, he'll kill that dragon and he'll undercut him. That long length of 9 on the dragon's head will hit first if it manages to intercept Soldier 2. So there is a risk that Soldier 2 will die. There's a risk that Soldier 2 will die. But he will not die if Soldier HQ maintains his discipline and doesn't change tactics. So a 70% chance that we'll get away with Soldier 2 being completely safe. I use those power gauntlets again. Doesn't matter which chit I use to perform my attack because of my attack time of 1. Got him. Soldier HQ. Neither Soldier 3 or our missiles both struck the dragon, but they didn't penetrate because of our poor... Well, Soldier 3 actually had a good roll. 3 is a good roll, but it still wasn't enough. He had to go up damage from heavy to tremendous to take out the dragon. But Soldier HQ maintained his discipline. The dragon's body intercepted Soldier 2, so he almost died. He was just leaning over him, about to kill him, and Soldier HQ decapitated him, which was great. He maintained his discipline, stayed on his tremendous 4 attack side, so he undercut the dragon. His long weapon length hit in this first round of combat. It was 8. It hit before the dragon's weapon length of 0, so it took him out just as he was about to kill Soldier 2. Interestingly, if it had been the other way around, if this dragon head had intercepted Soldier 2, Soldier 2 would have died, because that 9 weapon length on this first round of combat would have beat the weapon length of the Soldier, even though the Soldier 3 HQ would have killed the tremendous dragon. So Soldier 2 got lucky. And it was due to Soldier HQ's excellent military discipline that the tremendous dragon's dead, and it's also due to that I now have another 10 fame and 10 notoriety. So I'm going to get bonus points for notoriety. I've gone up another level. 60 is another 20 above what I needed, so that's an extra level for notoriety, so I'm going to get bonus points for that. I've got 28 fame. I still need 2 more fame to reach my 2 more fame to get my fame threshold. I've probably already crossed it, and the reason for that is that items I possess are probably giving me some fame. Let's see. Yep, the quick boots and the power gauntlets give me 4 fame. Actually, the beast pipes give me -5 fame, so I'm actually at -1 while I'm holding all of those. I will have to get rid of the beast pipes. I'll try to sell it if I get an opportunity, but if I don't, I have to make sure I dump it before the end of the game, because it will drop me below my fame threshold. Of course, if we encounter more monsters here, I might get it just from killing. Day 25. So, in Birdsong, day 25, we have 4 more days, so I might as well sit here and continue to loot the lair. Possibly more monsters could turn up for us to kill. There's an imp who might prowl across, who's worth very little, but I've still got giants who could turn up, more spiders. Of course, I won't see bats and dragons again, they're all gone. But we might as well try and loot out this treasure site. It's more likely that we're going to encounter monsters for fame and notoriety here than we are anywhere else. So 4 searches for me, 4 searches for Soldier HQ, who has been a real champion for me in this game. Really earned the money I paid for him. Alright, looting the lair. We've now found it, so Soldier HQ is going to loot for me. Glimmering Ring is an artifact. I'll look at these at the end. Elven Slippers, Ointment of Bite. Oh, Enchanted Meadow. Ooh, let's have a look at everything here. These 3 items are not terribly useful to me, except for the fact that they're worth gold, and the Glimmering Ring's worth notoriety, so I might hold on to that. It's an artifact, of course. I'm getting all these artifacts. Someone like the Magician would have loved this. I can't use it, of course. It contains a spell, but it's worth gold, and it provides me with notoriety, so I might hold on to it. The Elven Slippers provide me with a smidgen of notoriety. They're excellent for a light character. You imagine that light 2 move allows them to run away from almost anything and to avoid monsters in combat. Excellent, that move time. But I'm of medium weight and I'm carrying medium armour. I can't even put those Elven Slippers on. I can't use them. And I've got my quick boots anyway, which I prefer. That Ointment of Bite is a potion that allows fights to hit on tide speed, and I can't really use it to effect. Look, it might be effective, but it's worth gold. It's not a terribly exciting item. I'm going to get Soldier HQ to give those all to me like a good boy. If he died, of course, I would... if he died, I would lose all those items, so I'll get them to give them to me. I pay the bills, I'm the boss, so I get to keep the loot. That's the rules. Now, he found the Enchanted Meadow. It's very late in the month for this to actually be of benefit to us, but the Enchanted Meadow is great. It's a treasure within treasure site, so it's actually, when he found it, we didn't actually get an item as such, but it has its own search table. And the thing here is that with a lucky roll, you can get the True Steel Sword, and the True Steel Sword is the holy grail for the captain. in his hands, it is just the best item in the game. Love the True Steel sword. It's medium plus 2 sharpness star broadsword that has no fight times on it, but he can take out anything with that True Steel sword. No problems at all, and it really is the holy grail for the captain. I'd love to get my hands on it. It's a great find early in the game. Now it's not going to have much effect. We've only got 4 days to go, but I'd love to get my hands on that True Steel sword, even just for the jollies I'd get out of actually possessing it with the captain at the end of the game, because it really is great. The problem with rolling on this enchanted meadow, of course, is you can get a curse, and a bad curse on the captain could end the game for us. If I got something like Disgust, which cancelled made my fame, my hard-won fame worthless, then we'd lose the game, because I don't think I've got time to get back to the chapel. It's far away, or even with my ponies I possibly could, but I'd very likely lose the game because my fame would be worthless. So after all this hard fighting we've done, I could lose from a simple curse. However, my Soldier HQ can loot without risk, because he can't be cursed. He can be targeted by curses, but they don't affect him. So I might get him to try and get the True Steel sword for me. I'd love to finish the game with the True Steel sword, just for the glory of it. Even though 2 weeks ago I would have been really excited, but anyway, I'm still excited. All right, so well done that he's found the enchanted meadow, and I've got all that loot from him. Monster die roll of 5. I think spider summoned, and the imps come across, so I'm going to be blocked. I'm not even going to get a chance to try and loot further. Bummer. All right. As we've said, this is going to be an easy combat, but it'll give me that extra fame I need without my items to actually get across my fame threshold of 30 for a victory. The imp, I'm not too worried about. The imp is a terrible opponent for me. He casts curses, and with a very fast time that will undercut me very easily. And as I said, I don't want to be cursed. He could do terrible things to me. Disgust, ashes to make all my gold worthless. Any of those could actually potentially lose the game for me. But of course, all I have to do is assign him to one of my natives, and his curse won't affect them. And his alternate side has got a medium 4 attack. He's very fast, he's very manoeuvrable, but he's got a medium 4 attack. And as we found out with medium attacks, Soldier HQ is completely invulnerable to them. So the safest thing I can do is just lure that imp off to the Soldier HQ. He's out of the way and we don't have to worry about him. And as we've said, heavy spiders are not anything to be feared, so my remaining natives and I can take him out. His H1 side, Soldier HQ can be his target. Sorry, I don't want him to lure. Soldier HQ can be his target. Doesn't matter which side he goes up. He'll do heavy damage even with his medium and sharpness, 1 sharpness star side. I get to alert my weapon. Unmolested. And I'll assign to attack the spider. Doesn't matter where the soldier positions. Here I'll spread our attacks out. Oh, sorry, Soldier 2 isn't the target. I made a blunder there. Of course, if one native lures and I deploy one more, then the luring native... This is complicated, of course, and I think I've mentioned that when we were fighting natives. But because I only assigned 2 natives and one of them lured, the luring native is the target, basically because the spider comes across to his sheet. He goes to the spider's sheet, but he comes off his own sheet and is the last assigned to the spider's sheet. This is brain-breaking, but that's the way it works. So Soldier 3 is the target. I'm still expecting we'll kill this heavy spider, so I'm not worried about him at all. And my attack, of course, I'll need to place. Just as before, dead heavy spider. How did that happen? Who got him? Soldier 3 changed tactics and didn't intercept him. It certainly wasn't him, the useless klutz. Soldier 2 and I both intercepted and I undercut. Long weapon length hits first, so my weapon length of 14 would have killed him, but my attack was decreased by 2 levels, so I only did light damage. So Soldier 2 did medium plus 1 sharpness star heavy. He was the one who killed the spider. I hit him, but I didn't do enough damage, so he got the glory for killing the spider. An extra 3 fame and 3 notoriety. I've crossed my threshold. There's more fame than I expected there, so Soldier HQ must have taken out the imp. Imp changed tactics. His ridiculous medium 4 attack, once again, Soldier HQ with his heavy vulnerability shrugs off. That's why the Great Swordsman is such an awesome, awesome hard natives to have. And he just splattered. That Great Sword would have made a real mess of the Imp. So I got 4 fame and 4 notoriety for that. Crossed my fame and notoriety threshold. I actually lost notoriety, of course, when my pikeman died. I lost 3 notoriety. It hasn't affected us. I'm much sadder that he actually died than that we lost the notoriety. Anyway, they're hired mercenaries. That's their job, is to die. All right. What do we do here? I have 3 more days. I have a pony underneath me, and the pony will allow me to move very fast. I get an extra move phase with him for each move phase I record, and if I skip through a dwelling here, of course I've got 5 phases, I can move 10 clearings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can get down to the chapel in 1 day, which is incredible speed. Look, right across the realm in 1 day with a pony. That's lightning fast. The advantage of going to the chapel rather than the rogues to sell off stuff, and I do want to sell off stuff because the other thing I need to do is I'll be penalised in my victory requirements if I don't offset my starting gold. I started with 10 gold and I had a whole lot of armour and a short sword which cost me money, and I have to pay that back essentially. I have to have that sort of gold in my purse to offset the penalty of starting with that gold. And if we look here, yep, I've only got 32 gold, and the sum of all my starting equipment and starting gold was 35, so I'm actually being penalised for not having 35 gold in my purse. So I actually want to sell stuff. I can't sell it to Soldier HQ because he's under my employ, so I'll have to go to the Rogues or the Order. The advantage maybe of going to the Order is that I've got an item, those Gloves of Strength, that I can sell off for extra fame, which might give me extra bonus points. I'd need to get there with time to actually trade to the soldiers. So it would take me 10 phases to get there, which is amazing that it only takes me 1 day to get all the way down here to the chapel on that pony. But I would need an extra trade to phase. So I'm actually, sorry, an extra phase to trade. So I'm actually going to have to take 2 days to get there. I've got 1 extra day up my sleeve then here, so let's keep looting. So 4 searches for me, 4 searches for Soldier HQ. Monster die roll of 5. I think the last spider's going to turn up. There are 3, excuse me. Don't need my widgets. Okay, Soldier HQ is going to enchant the loot the enchanted meadow for me. Let's see if he can get me the True Steel Sword. That'd be a great trophy for my wall when I retire. He found it! Oh, good man. Oh, that's exciting. I'm not going to get to use it. Or I might. Wait a second, I might get to use it. I'm very excited about that. Look, it's meaningless because it doesn't contribute. Look, it gives me notoriety as well. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty. All right, I now possess the True Steel Sword. Thank you to Soldier HQ for that. That's just fantastic. There's no pony here. There is a pony here I can get, but I've got enough ponies, I think, don't you? So I might actually get the Soldier HQ to actually loot the lair from here. Found the enchanted meadow again. Found the oil of poison. Oil of poison's a nice potion, actually. Get him to give it to me. It actually adds a sharpness, so it's a potion, so it works like the gripping dust. It lasts for the day, but it actually adds a sharpness star to my weapon. You can imagine what that would do to my bow with a True Steel Sword. I could just go around killing any tremendous monsters I pleased. So you can give me the oil of poison too. All the loot goes to me. That's the rules. Okay, done. I think I'm going to be blocked. Doesn't matter. We've had very successful looting. I'm blocked because what's happened on a monster roll of 5 is that last heavy spider's turned up. Okay, he can't hurt us, as I've said, so... Sorry, this all looks very familiar, but I'll just skip through this all quickly because we've already fought the heavy spider a number of times and we know what happens here. What we are going to do is just to get my one opportunity probably to use the True Steel Sword. I'm going to activate it. Of course, I'll have to inactivate my bow, or that actually happens automatically, but I get to use the True Steel Sword in combat. Sorry, I know I'm sounding like I'm getting overexcited here, but what a game. Got to use both a bow and my True Steel Sword, the True Steel Sword in the one game. Alright, here's my attack. I can undercut him if he turns over with my Fight Medium 3. Look at all the damage it does. Even with a medium chit, I can swing it for tremendous damage. And of course, if I overswing it, it does maximum damage, which would take out a tremendous monster. Let's use those power gauntlets, and let's see what happens here. Oh, he survived. What happened here? We all missed him. He turned to his dangerous side, but he didn't intercept Soldier 2. Very slow attack, not fast enough to undercut Soldier 2. Soldier 3 undercut and intercepted him, but had one of his typically... he's great against native Soldier 3 and horses. He's bloody awful against monsters. So that decreased 3 levels. He did negligible damage to the spider. Real panic there. Neither of us intercepted him. We'll get him next phase on next round, I'm sure. Soldier HQ, Soldier 3, Pikeman. No risk combat for us here. The only risk is that if we miss him again, this phase will end. There's no benefit in alerting my True Steel Sword in the encounter phase because it doesn't do anything. Swinging my True Steel Sword at him. Spread everyone out. Just repeating everything again here. Oh, we missed him again! How did that happen? Same, exactly the same. None of us intercepted him, and Soldier 3, the absolute klutz, had a shocker on his missile roll. Soldier, oh god, Spider survives. I don't suppose it matters. It would have been nice to get the extra fame and notoriety for him, but we can hardly complain. Alright, I am going to need to skip out of here if I want to get that extra fame for selling off the stuff at the chapel, because of course I can sell off those gloves, and I'm going for maximum points here. It's been a good game and I'd like to really finish it on a high. So let's see how fast I can move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, and it's given me extra moves here. I don't know why. I would have thought 10 was all I could use. If I would have let me move. It's letting me move and move. I don't know why. Technically I would have had 10 phases for movement because I get an extra phase. The pony gives me an extra move phase for every move phase I record. And I've passed through at least, well, I passed through 2 dwellings on the way, so I passed through at least 1 dwelling, so I get an extra phase for doing that. I don't get multiple extra phases for passing through multiple dwellings. Reputation just gives me 1 extra phase. So, shot right across the realm down to the chapel at lightning speed. Isn't that amazing? Don't record that as extra phases. Soldier HQ can follow me. Come down to the chapel to cleanse ourselves of the blood after that. Look at that. Right down there. Now, I probably don't want to get into trouble with the order. I'm about to get a big whack of gold, so what I'm going to do, I don't want to risk a trouble result on the neutral table with them. I didn't hide. I was so excited about racing in on my pony at top speed. I'll pay them the gold. That'll put me up to the friendly table and we can't get a trouble result on that roll with them, so that was a safe thing to do. I'm going to get a lot of gold for selling off stuff this next turn. So the soldiers will leave my employ. They actually have. They've just left my employ at the end of this day. So I've dropped them off at the safe chapel where they can tell the tales of their adventures to the order. I will trade away some of my gear. I don't want a trouble result on that when I roll on the meeting table there, so I'll probably buy drinks for the order again, even though I'm just selling to them. And I will It's a cheesy thing to do, but I'm going to race off with my pony to the inn so I can have a drink to finish off this day. So um, it's a cheesy thing to do. Purely story thing. I might as well, of course, just stay at the chapel, but I like the way that develops the story. So I don't control Soldier HQ now, of course, so I don't get to record phases for him. Send my orders anyway. So I'll sell to the order. I want to sell to the order because I want that extra fame for. Now I'm going to sell everything. I'm actually planning to retire. He's going to rest on his laurels. He's covered himself in glory, so it's time to retire. He'll sell off all his armour and arms. I'm going to sell off anything that doesn't grant me, except for one pony. I'm going to sell off everything that doesn't grant me fame or notoriety. So, oops, I'm keeping the elven slippers. Sell the ointment of bite. Sell those bows. That bow did me great service. It was a real pleasure using it. Power gauntlets give me fame and notoriety. The quick boots give me fame and notoriety. I'm going to sell, although that gives me notoriety, I'm going to sell it off for the fame. The beast pipes give me negative fame, so I certainly want to sell them off. Sell off my breastplate. I'll keep one pony for the movement it gives me to get off to the inn. So I'll keep the cheapest one. So sell off my string of ponies. I'll keep the glimmering ring because it grants me notoriety, and I have to keep the true steel sword. I'm going to hang my true steel sword, quick boots, and power gauntlets on my wall as trophies when I retire, and I can bring them out to show off when I'm getting fat and telling tales of my deeds at the inn. So, all right, sell off everything that doesn't grant me fame and notoriety, except of course for that one pony. Bucket of gold, and that will get me extra points as well. 127 gold. I'm granted fame and notoriety from those items, so they may well push me over another level. Certainly the fame will. I'll get up over 40. Play the rest of them. Succeeded my hide. Finished off at the inn here. Get myself a well-deserved drink and start telling the tales of my deeds to the rogues. I don't buy drinks for them. Oh, I should have brought a round of drinks. No, I don't do it. They can buy drinks for me. I'm the hero. And that's the end. Oh, excellent game. 13 points. I've never come across another board game that can tell a tale, tell a story like Magic Realm does. And that one was a ripper. Started out very slow and quiet, built very slowly, and then ended in a string of glorious battles, tragic deaths. Poor Soldier One, will raise a toast to him. I got to do a whole lot of things I don't usually get to do. I rode a pony right across the realm at breakneck speed. I got a bow, so I got to actually get to use my aim special advantage, and I got to swing my true steel sword in combat. And fighting the true steel sword is actually a real Pyrrhic victory just on its own for the captain. Led the soldiers in combat, and I think we did very well with them. We covered ourselves in glory, and the captain and his soldiers can retire very content with their work, immortalised in legend. Oh, well, I might be going a bit far there, but that really was a great game. I really enjoyed that, and I hope you did too. Ended with a big victory point total. Lots of bonus points for notoriety, bonus points for fame as well, for all the fame-containing booty I've kept for my rec room, and a lot of, although we didn't take gold, we got a lot of points for having a lot of gold, which we do anyway. So I'm sitting there buck naked without my armour, but when you're rich and famous, no one cares if you're naked and eccentric. So I'm sitting naked in the inn, drinking to the memory of my friends, the soldiers, and to my great deeds. So I hope you enjoyed that. It was actually a very good game for the captain. I really enjoyed it too, for all the reasons I expressed. But it actually demonstrates quite well how the captain can be played to advantage. We got lucky in a few places, but good effective use of followers. either the soldiers or the guard, or both if you get really lucky, can really create a good platform for a very successful game. And I hope you did enjoy that. I hope it was informative, and I hope it gave some of you who haven't tried the captain before or haven't considered him some thoughts about actually playing him, because he is my favourite character, and he can really be a great joy to play. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next character example.